It's time for a basketball broadcast here on WCMP. Let's head to the court. That is right. It is time for yet another basketball broadcast here on WCMP. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone who is tuned into this game, you're set for a good one. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman here bringing you this action from tonight's game between the Pine City Dragons and the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. This should be a good one, as I mentioned. These teams coming in with very good teams. Pine City 5-0, Duluth Marshall 4-1, and let's just hop right into it. We'll start with the visiting Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers, as I mentioned, they have a 4-1 record coming into this game. They suffered a 3-point loss on Monday night to Esco, 62-59. Now, other than that very loss on Monday, the Hilltoppers have an average margin of victory of 22 points. So that's right, in their 4 wins, they've won by an average of 22 points. Now, of course, that's 4 games. Some are closer, some are a lot more blown out. But a margin of victory of 22 points, that is ridiculous amount of number there. I mean, this team is very good, and if they get up early, they will not let that lead go. They average about 73 points per game and give up about 56. Now, Duluth Marshall, last time they beat Pine City was in the 2013-14 season in Pine City, and it was a low-scoring affair, but the Hilltoppers did win 40-36. Now, coming into this game, a Hilltopper senior is nearing a huge milestone that she has been working on for a long time. That is Gianna Neepkins. She only needs 11 points in this game to reach 3,000 career points. Now, I was looking at the leaderboard for career points in a career on the Minnesota State High School League, and if she were to score 11 here tonight and only get 11, she would need 300 more points to reach the top 10 in all-time career points. So 300 more to reach that top 10 slot. And I think it was a higher number. I think it was somewhere around 500 points she would need to get into that top 5. So not necessarily undoable, but a big ask. But hey, I'm sure she would be the girl to get it done. Of course, only 11 points here tonight is what she needs to reach that 3,000 career point mark. And of course, we'll be keeping an eye on her, especially tonight. But now on to the Pine City side. The Dragons are off to a really good start, sitting at 5-0 coming into this game. Every game up to this point has been a conference match. This will be the first non-conference match the Pine City Dragons will have so far. They have beat Onamia Isle, they scored 105 points on and held them to 18 points. Yeah, that's not just a half. They held them to 18 points in the entire game. That was their first 100-point game of the year, and only so far. Now, they also have beaten Rush City, Ogilvie, and Bram just on Monday night, and I was told that was a very good game, much like the Pine City boys game against Bram. The Dragons are led by senior Ellie Haas, who comes into this game averaging about 22.4 points per game. She has a season high of 28 points. Also, sophomore Sophie Lati, she averages 21.6 points per game, and she has a season high of 30 points in a game. Last season when these two teams faced off, Pine City did grab the victory over the Hilltoppers 78-75, so that one was a close game, and I expect this one to be close as well, and I'm sure this one will be a very good game. Now, this Dragons team, they also won against this very Duluth Marshall team in the 2014-15 season. Now, before last year, that was the last time these two teams played, so it had been a while, about 6 years since these two teams had played, and they won over the Hilltoppers 38-34. And I was looking at the stats of these two teams when these two teams play. These games are usually pretty darn close, within 5 points of each other at least every year that they have played. So this game I'm sure is going to be just as close. Now, Pine City comes into this game they average about 79 points per game and give up 39 points per game. Now, it was 79.5, and the reason why I say that is they are first in points per game in all of Class 2A. Yeah, first. Now, that was the the case last year as well. They were first in all of 2A as well for a little while. I think at the end of the year they finished in top 2 and then top 3, 4, or 5 in all scoring in all of Minnesota. Right now they sit at 7th in all of Minnesota basketball, and it wouldn't they'd be in the top 5, even top 3. But there are about 4 or 5 schools right now averaging 90-plus points per game. So Pine City, they've had a 100-point game, but these other teams that I mentioned, they're in the class above in 3 and 4A, but averaging 90 points a game, that's hard to do in basketball, especially in high school. You only have 18-minute halves to score 90 points per game. Man, that's a quick, fast-moving game for any team. But in this one, Pine City, Duluth, Marshall, every time they play, it's a close game, and I expect nothing less. Of course, again, in this game, senior Gianna Neepkins is looking for her 3,000th career point, and we will be looking forward to see if she can't grab that here tonight, and I'm sure she will. Of course, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's game, and we got about 2.5 minutes left before we tip off here, and we'll take a minute to hear a word from our sponsors. Our fine sponsors, thank you so much for, of course, sponsoring this broadcast. Without you, we would not be able to come out here and broadcast these games. So thank you so much to all of our fine sponsors.
Wellia Health offers sports medicine services at all our campuses in Mora, Pine City, and Hinckley. Dr. Mullen and his team treat a full range of sports injuries for all athletes at any level of competition. If you are injured, we want to help you return to the game as quickly and as safely as possible, providing the sports medicine care you need when you need it to help you live life well with Wellia Health. Call 320-679-1313 to schedule for any location.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
The new year is here. It's the perfect time to trade out the old and bring in the new. That's the new furnace to keep you cozy warm for the rest of winter and for years to come. Aquarius Home Services, your local heating expert, is here to help with a fantastic New Year special. How does a new furnace for as low as $45 per month sound? That's right, as little as $45 per month. To learn more and schedule your free estimate, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank & Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
M Health Fairview Clinic in North Branch can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy, with early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone. To schedule an appointment, call 185-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available at North Branch Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 to 5 on the weekends.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Back here inside Pine City High School, your starting lineups for the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers is number 2, 7th grader Ava Mayeroto, senior number 5, Gianna Niemkins, senior number 10, Merle Mrazik, junior number 15, Layla Monroe, and freshman number 32, Pearl Swanson. For the Dragons, it'll be number 2, Sophie Lottie, number 4, Maddie Berglund, number 12, Meredith Calling, number 14, Chloe Lind, and number 15, Ellie Haas. The Hilltoppers are head coached by Chibuzo Asachukwu. I hope I at least pronounced that somewhat right, at least close to its correct pronunciation. I apologize if I did not. Now the Dragons are head coached by Ted Haas. 18 minutes are up on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview Clinic's North Branch has 24-hour access to care by calling 1-855-FAIRVIEW or your local clinic number. Again in this game, girl we are watching closely is Gianna Niepkins, the senior number 5. She's only 11 points away from that 3,000 career points mark. And I'm sure they've probably game planned a little bit to try and at least get her the ball and try and get her to that mark in this game. Teams are on the court and we're ready for tip-off. Chloe Lind will be there, as is Niepkins. And Niepkins will win that tip-off for the Hilltoppers. It's now over to Mayeroto, and this pass is to Layla Monroe for 3, and she will get out the gates early for the Hilltoppers, 3-0. Lottie driving up the court on the near side. Gets it off to Lind, back to Lottie. Lottie going to try and drive herself into the paint. Now over to Maddie Berglund. Berglund in the paint to Ellie Haas. Haas trying to go around, find a space to the rim. She gets it. That's 2 for Ellie Haas. It's 3-2. Now with it for the Hilltoppers, that was Pearl Swanson. She's off the mark on the three-pointer. No good. Ellie Haas with the rebound for the Dragons. Haas on the far side gets it off to Lind. Lind, she's going to decide just to drive in the paint. Pass off to Sophie Lottie here on the near side for 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Ooh, 2 players go after it. She falls to the floor. And with it now are the Hilltoppers. That's in the paint. And Niepkins with her first points of the game. That's for 2. She now needs 9. 5-2, the Hilltoppers lead. Sophie Lottie. She passes it off to Berglund after she was double-teamed. Now, ooh, down and to Meredith Calling. It's off the mark, but it was last touched by a Hilltopper. Niepkins, her first points of the game, gone on a breakaway there. So she has 2. She needs 9 more. Linda inbound here to Berglund. Berglund driving now to her right. She'll pass it off to Lottie. Lottie. She drives, then switches behind the back and passes it off to Haas. Haas, she'll pass it off to Calling. Calling fakes the 3, then she drives. A nice screen there from Haas as she passes it off to Lind. Lind to Calling. And that ball is off of Neepkins and out of bounds, so Pine City will keep possession here in this drive. Lind inbounds here to Lottie. Lottie dribbles one way, then goes the other to her left. Passes it off here to Lind. Lind in the paint to Berglund. Berglund to Calling. Calling thought about the three, but guarded well there by a Hilltopper. Pass off to Ellie Haas. That's stolen away by Neepkins. Neepkins has a chance. She gets around Haas, puts up the shot. An awkward shot, but she gets it to fall. And that's 4. Now needs 7. As it is 7-2. The Hilltoppers lead over the Dragons. Neepkins now needs 7 to get to that 3,000 point mark. Or maybe we will see it in the first half here yet. But first Calling with it for the Dragons. Now to Lind. Lind off to Lottie. Lottie, thought about the 3. Then she takes it down as she was guarded well. She gets it out to Calling. I think Lottie kind of regrets not taking that one. She has it now off to Haas. Haas, she'll mark the 3 and she'll drain it. Haas will get the 3 to fall, and it's 5-7. Hilltoppers still with the lead here. 15 and a half left in the first half. With it is Neepkins. Neepkins, she'll drive to the right now, and she'll take a 3. Wow. Wow. She put up that 3 from long range. She's just off the mark. But a whistle call, and the foul is going to go on the Hilltoppers. The first foul of the game goes the way of Layla Monroe. That's her first, team's first. Inbound pass from Lind to Lottie. And Lottie almost got double teamed. She thought about where she was going twice. And then it's stolen away. Oh no, somehow Lottie keeps it. And then they're going to call travel. A little late on the travel call, I thought, as she did fall and she slid. And usually when you slide with the ball, that's a travel. But they were gracious enough to kind of let her get away with it because she didn't slide too far, but they couldn't let her get away with too much there. With it are the Hilltoppers. That's Ava Miroto. Now to Mrazek. Mrazek. That's Monroe. Monroe for 3. She drains it. Monroe, her second three-pointer of the game, and it's 10-5. This Hilltopper team showing they can be just like the Dragons and hit the 3s, and then Maddie Berglund's pass to Lind in the paint is just high. Now, to be fair, Berglund was trying to get it over 2 defenders and drop it in there to Lind. She just wasn't able to get the touch on it she needed, and it sails over the head of Lind, and possession goes back to the Hilltoppers. That's Neepkins. She's going to drive almost all the way to the basket, but she traveled before she put up the shot. The shot was no good. Berglund checks out. In for her is Carissa Nassine. Pearl Swanson checks out, and in for her, that is, I can't tell if that's 4 or 14. It's 4. That's Ada Scafty. Inbound pass here to Haas. Haas going to be double teamed. Now it's off to Lind. Lind, watch out from behind. They are chasing to Calling. Fakes the 3. She's going to drive in the paint. Puts up an awkward shot. But she does manage to get the foul. Wow. Bit of an awkward shot there from Calling, but maybe just awkward enough to get the foul call. She's at the line to shoot 2. That one is on Gianna Neepkins, her first. Calling with the first free throw. It's up and good. 6-10 after Calling makes her first of 2. Calling on her second off the mark, no good. So she'll only hit 1 of 2. Neepkins with it now. Neepkins, she wants it bad. Now she passes it off here. Pass, she tries to get it. She does to Monroe. Monroe, no good on her shot. And it is rebounded by the Dragons. Calling with it for Pine City in the paint to Lind. Lind out to Haas. Haas for 3. Nice look, open look, and she nails it. 9-10. This is going to be a great game. These two teams back and forth. You know, Hilltoppers had a lead of 5, but they cannot hold the lead as Pine City is right there with the 3-pointers to answer. On any point the Hilltoppers make, the shot from 3 by Duluth Marshall, no good. Now Haas with it for the Dragons. She tosses it off here to Nassine. Nassine gets it to Calling. Calling on the far side in the paint to Lind. Lind backing her way up to the basket. Off the mark, but she gets her own rebound, so she's going to try it again. The same move. This one's off the mark. The rebound here by Neepkins. Neepkins, she has got some long strides. She's up the court. Now on the right side, she puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebound taken in by Ellie Haas. Pine City's not going to make it easy for her to go get those last 7 points. Ooh, calling, mishandled the ball there, nearly out of bounds, but she regains possession of it, gets it off to Lynn now. Lynn to Nassine. Nassine, open three, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Monroe. And the Hilltoppers down the other way with it. Open three for Monroe. She's been hot from three, no good. And it's out of bounds. And she will have been the last one to touch it. It will be Pine City ball. Carly Jusak checks in here for Meredith Calling. Jusak, the freshman, Calling the senior. Lynn set to inbound it here for the Dragons. She does to Lottie. Lottie, their second leading scorer, by about 1 point. That one's nearly taken away. That was Neepkins getting quickly to the ball, and then a shot from in the paint, no good by Pine City. So the Hilltoppers will get it back. Monroe, another open three. This time she'll nail it. Monroe now has 3 threes in this game as she gets her team the lead, 13-9. A bit of full court press here from Duluth Marshall. Lynn gets it off to Haas. Haas trying to get out of the double team. She almost dribbles into it. Then she gets it off to Lynn. Nice over-the-shoulder catch there from Lynn. Lynn gets it to Nassine, and Nassine's going to touch it. Oh, she knew to hold off on it, but her body was just already had so much momentum going towards the ball, she couldn't pull back in time, and it's a turnover. That was tough. She knew to not touch it, but her momentum just carried her to touch the ball. Coach O giving his team direction. Neepkins with it. Ooh, mishandles it. Now she gets it back. She's going to drive. Pass it off to her teammate. That is Scafty for 3. Oh, she nails it. This Hilltoppers team getting hot from 3 early, and now a bit of full court press, and they're getting in the Dragons' grill here. Not going to allow them any free shots. And out of bounds, and it will be Dragons' ball. Last touch by the Hilltoppers. Lynn inbounds here to Haas. Haas trying to make a move. Lottie nearly has it stolen away, but she's going to get fouled. That foul going to be on Merle Mrazek. Now, the Hilltoppers lead 16-9, but they do already have 3 team fouls. Lottie checks out, and for her is LSL. Lynn has to inbound to Jusak on the far side corner. Back to Lynn. Lynn had an open 3. She's not comfortable with it. And then LSL, the pass from Lynn, is just off the mark. LSL can't take it in cleanly, and it will be Hilltopper ball. But as I was saying, the fouls are heavily leaning the Pine City way, as the Hilltoppers already have 3 team fouls, but it's the turnovers right now that are hurting the Dragons. And Monroe almost with an open 3 again. This one's over to Scafty. She has an open 3, and it's in and out, and then in again. So it went in, came back out, and then went in, and it's 19-9. Nassine will get it now back to Haas after the inbound. Haas back to Nassine. Nassine to Sell. Sell has that one poked away. Ooh, maybe stepped on the boundary line there, and it's going to be a turnover. So right now the turnovers are hurting the Dragons, and Ted Haas is going to take a timeout. While they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Basketball on WCMP.
You don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
A well-placed timeout there by the Dragons. It is Hilltoppers 19, Dragons 9. Now, the Dragons are not short on that three-point shot. Ellie Haas has already hit 2 after she hit an early layup. So they're right there. I mean, they have been within 2 points. But this Hilltopper team is pretty fast down the court. And so far, it looks like they're just trying to get Pine City to take the drive into the paint with them, and then they toss it back out to the perimeter and are just making their shots from out there. And so far, it's been working effectively, but maybe the Dragons' defensive scheme will change now from that timeout. As I mentioned, the Hilltoppers right now are just driving into the paint, letting the defense of Pine City absolutely swarm them, and then passing it out to anyone who's open on the three-point line, and they're making them from long range. So we'll see if the Dragons defense changes up at all. It does there. Neepkins launches the codes for the deep three, but it's off the mark. No good. Stolen away by Neepkins. Haas's pass to Lynn a bit dangerous, and Neepkins will get the 2. She needs 5. She has 6, and now she needs 5. 21-9. Can't blame Haas on that one. She was trying to get a pass to her teammate who was wide open, had a lane, and now Haas is off the mark with the 3. A battle down there on the court for the ball, and with it is the Hilltoppers. My goodness, what good awareness to get the ball away. Neepkins with it. She stops just inside that free throw line. Now it's off to, that was number 15, Monroe. She's off the mark with the 3. No good. Out of bounds. She will be the last one to touch it. It'll be Pine City ball. Lynn to inbound here to Lottie. She wanted Lynn to come back, but Lynn said, I want to go to this spot. And Lynn made the right decision based on that. Now, Jusak with the 3. Jusak getting the Dragons back in the scoring column. She nails the 3. It's 12-21. The Dragons still trail. Neepkins with it. She's going to set up a screen for her. Lottie. Oh, she makes Lottie go into the screen and then passes it out here to Mayrato. Mayrato. It's off the mark. No good. Oh, that's going to be last touch by Pine City. Yeah, Lynn. She had it. She let it go out of bounds because she maybe thought that the Hilltoppers touched it last, but that was not the case, and she did. So the Hilltoppers will keep possession. Neepkins, my goodness, what a good job. She was calling for the screen. I think Lottie knew that, and Lottie started to go with the screen to try and get around it. And as Lottie did that, Neepkins just absolutely deked her out and went the complete opposite way into the paint. And then unselfishly, she passed it off to her teammate in the corner, but unfortunately she missed the shot, and the rebound was not taken in by anyone. It went out of bounds. Now the shot here by Mrazek. It's no good. Rebound taken in by Haas. It went ping-pong off of a Dragon, then a Hilltopper, then back to Haas, and she reels it in. Lottie, how is that not a foul? And that's going to be whistle a little late there. Last couple games, I've been used to the whistle coming in so quickly. The refs seemingly see it before it happens, which isn't a bad thing. But that one, she got bumped off her lane, and whistle took a couple seconds to come in. And oh, now the pass into Jusak a bit hard. I think the Lynn thought that the defender was going to be there a lot quicker than she was. Now Neepkins, an awkward shot, no good. Lynn's going to make up for that inbound pass and get the rebound, and now she's double teamed. Now she'll get it off to Lottie. Lottie in the offensive side makes a spin move into the paint, puts up the shot off the front of the rim. No good. Sell is there, but it's taken in by the Hilltoppers. On down to Neepkins. No good. Rebound by Jusak. Lottie has it now. And as I mentioned, Haas and Lottie are the 2 leading scorers for this team, and Lottie has it knocked out of her hands by Mayrato. Now it's Jusak. Jusak, nice ball handling. Off to Sell. Sell gets a screen. Nice screen put on there by Jusak before the pass off to Lynn. Lynn to Haas. Haas thought about taking the jumper. Oh, she stepped on the line. Ooh, the camera not at a good angle to see that one, and neither am I because I'm at about the same angle the camera is. And now... So now they change it. So now they're going to call a foul on Ada Scafty. Calling, and Berglund will check in for Sell and Lynn. So the original line was she stepped on the line, but after the refs converged and talked about it, they decide that it was a foul on the Hilltoppers. And oh my goodness, bad inbound pass there from Calling. Just a bit of a mistake. She gets it to Neepkins, guarded well by Berglund, but Neepkins, she's going to get her points. 8, and she needs 3. She needs 3 to get that 3,000 mark. Could happen here. Neepkins the last one to touch it. 23-12. Hilltoppers lead. I don't think that either team in this game is going to overpower the other. But with the Dragons struggling early, you might say, wait a minute, what? But I think both of these teams are very evenly matched. With it is Haas, now off to Lottie. Lottie trying to drive into the paint. She can't get there. She'll pass off to Calling. Calling with it, driving to her right. Stops on her drive, passes it off to Jusak. Jusak passes it to Haas here on the near side. Haas going to decide to drive, stops, puts it to Lottie. Lottie for the short jumper, no good. Rebound here by the Hilltoppers. And the way the Hilltoppers are playing defense, I think Pine City might start to have to take a couple more contested shots. With it is Pearl Swanson for three. Nails it. Pearl Swanson for a three. It's 26-12. Ooh, inbound pass from Calling to Haas, nearly off the mark. Haas is double teamed. She gets off to Lottie, now to Calling. Calling, she could have taken the three if she wanted. It would have been contested, but nice spin move there by Jusak to put up the points. Jusak with 5 now, and it's 14-26. Neepkins with it. As I mentioned, she has 8. She needs 3 for 3,000. She's going to jack up a long one and get it! That's 3,000 career points. 3,000 on an NBA 3. Congratulations there to Gianna Neepkins on 3,000 career points. She gets it with that long three-pointer. I think at that point she was just kind of saying, well, if I don't make it, I don't. But if I do, I do. And she just jacked it up, and she nailed it from long range. Congratulations again to Gianna Neepkins. Gianna Neepkins, 3,000 career points. And it's only the first half. She has 11, and it's only the first half. Again, Gianna Neepkins, congratulations on 3,000 career points. Of course, some fans in the stands here getting some pictures and some signs for her. Of course, there was her mom kind of reached out on social media and asked for people to get pictures and everything, and Pine City, the community here, stepped up, and just so cool to see, especially in this time of COVID, to see people stepping up like that to help out one another. That's the stories we need in the world today. We hear enough about the bad things, but to hear something good like that, I think that's what we need more than anything. So Gianna Neepkins, 3,000 career points after that three-point shot. She'll put her team up 29-14. Again, what a career for her. 3,000 career points. It's only the first half, and she has 11, and her team's up 29-14. So, I mean, what a better way to get it. Your team's up by 15 points, and you're leading against a very good Dragons team. Then to nail it from, that far out, my goodness. Great job there for Gianna Neepkins. 3,000 career points. So referees are going to converse about something. Don't know what it was, but either way, we are back to action. Sophie Lottie with it. She's guarded well now off to Berglund. Berglund, oh, and that one's stolen away. Neepkins, she's getting right back to work. Puts it up in for 2. Wow. So she's not letting the moment get to her after scoring her 3,000th three-point. She's back to work. She steals another one. This one for 3. Oh, off the mark. Her teammate gets the rebound. Monroe back to Neepkins. Neepkins now to Merado. Merado off the mark. Rebound here by Calling. Calling nearly has that one stolen away by Neepkins, but nice pass off to Sophie Lottie. Lottie, she's going to drive. Ooh, stops on her dribble. Ooh, to Berglund, now to Lind. Look like they both had a chance at a contested 3. Not going to take it. Lottie with the ball now on the far side. Looking to get it off to someone. She does to Jusak. Jusak passes it in the paint to Lind. Lind with the hooking shot, no good. She'll get it back again, her own rebound. She puts it up and in for 2. Chloe Lind with her first points of the game. It's 31-16. Shot by the Hilltoppers, no good. Rebound by the Dragons. It's Sophie Lottie. Lottie going to use her speed up the court. Nice move. Oh, and then she's a little too hard on the layup, and it's no good. Hilltoppers, they are showing they have some speed as well. Neepkins for three. That one's in. My goodness. She really gets it done from everywhere on the court. 34-16. Lottie with it now to Berglund. Berglund, oh, a little bit in front of Jusak, but it works out as Jusak gets there, as the ball gets there. They meet. Now pass off to Lind. Lind to Berglund in the paint. She can't control it. She passes it here quickly to Lottie. Lottie now to Calling in the near side corner. She drives into the paint, passes it out to Lind. Lind going to take the three. It's open and off the mark and over the backboard, and that's out of bounds. So the ball will go back to the Hilltoppers. Pine City trying to get that perimeter game going for them. That's what they are known for, but they just can't so far here today, and the Hilltoppers are doing a really good job of not allowing them to drive into the paint and try and get those layups, because they are contesting every shot in that paint. Also doing a good job of not getting the fouls in the paint. I know you might say, oh, they have 5 team fouls. How is that? As a three is put up by Ava Merado. It's 37-16. But the fouls are coming off of the shot for the Hilltoppers, and Dragons this time gonna drive, and Calling gets that one to fall. So it's 18-37 now. Calling for the possible 3-point play. Subbing in is Jada Kirk for Ada Scafty. Calling completes the 3-point play. It's 37-19. Neepkins with it for the Hilltoppers. Just calling out the offense, trying to get them in position. Pass over here to Mrazek. Mrazek in the corner to Merodo. Merodo back to Mrazek to Neepkins. Neepkins back across to Merado. Merado now to Mrazek, and no good. We got a foul. That's going to be the Dragons first, and that's going to be a costly one, as Mrazek's going to go to the line and shoot 3. Mrazek, the only other senior on this Duluth Marshall team besides Gianna Neepkins. So Mrazek at the line for 3 free throws. And she hits on the first one. Foul there was by Chloe Lind. That's her first. It's 38-19. Mrazek on the second. No good. So she hits one, misses the next, and now she is on to her third and final free throw attempt. This one is up. And that one's off the mark. So she's only able to hit one. Lucky there for the Dragons. 38-19. And oh, two girls collide and go to the floor. Haas gets the pass, and she's a little too hard on the layup, and Jada Kirk gets the rebound, and now foul call again on the Dragons. That one's going to be on Lottie, her first of the game. Team's second foul. Hilltoppers have 6. Well, the Hilltoppers, one thing, even though they have 6 team fouls, they haven't let those fouls hurt them. They haven't really sent the Dragons to the line too much here this evening. Pass off here is to Monroe for 3. That's her 4th 3 of the night. It's 41-19. Lottie to Haas, Lottie back to Haas. Back to Lottie now as they cross half court to Calling for 3. Off the mark, rebound right there is Lind. Lind, oh, she tries to get it to Calling, and Calling to Lottie, and Lottie's going to be fouled. And now that gives Duluth Marshall 7 fouls, so she'll go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1, I believe. That foul there was on Mrazek. That's her third foul, so she'll have to check out. In for her will be Ada Scafty. Lottie at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Lottie on the first, it's good. 20-41. Lottie hits the first, so she'll be granted a second as we reach under 2.5 minutes left in this first half. Lottie gearing up for the second one. That one's good as well. So Lottie hits both. Those are her first points of the game. It's 21-41. On that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard, M Health Fairview Clinic, you can now find Dr. Raymond and Jenna Labine at the M Health Fairview North Branch location as the shot from 3 is no good. Rebound taken in by the Dragons. That's Haas. Haas with it now. Driving to the far side, gets a screen from Jusak. She wanted to, I think, take the shot off of it, but Neepkins right there. Make that shot a no-go. Now off to Calling in the paint here to Lottie. Lottie's going to lose it, but taken in by Jusak. Jusak. Or not by Jusak, by Lynn, my goodness. Neepkins from 3, no good. Oh, her teammate's going to get the rebound. She went up for it, does Monroe. Foul call. Oh. Pearl Swanson nailed the 3, but before she got the shot off, she traveled. Maroto checks back in for Jada Kirk. Score remains 41-21. Minute and a half left in this first half. Haas on the side now to Lottie. Lottie for 3, an open 3. Ooh, the rim was not kind, but Haas strong on the rebound. She gets it back, passes it to Lottie. Lottie in traffic. Can't get that one to fall. Deep pass here. That's Maroto. Maroto, she keeps it in bounds, but goes to the Dragons. Oh, unfortunately, that was kind of a lose-lose situation for her because she lets it go out of bounds, goes to the Dragons. She tried to keep it in, went to the Dragons. Lind with the pass there. Oh, no, it's stolen away. She thought there was a foul that should have been called, but it did not. Maroto with it. Now out to Monroe. Monroe for 3, off the mark again. Rebound by Haas. Haas going to take it herself. She dribbles. Oh, nice move to get past Neepkins. Then she just floats it to Lottie, to Jusak in the corner near side. Calling will try to make a spin move. Rebound's taken in by Lind, and Lind will go up, get the 2 to fall, and she was fouled. So she'll go to line for the possible 3-point play. It's 23-41 on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview North Branch Urgent Care has extended its hours from noon to 8 p.m. weekdays and from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. So Lind gets that basket to fall. Now she's there for the possible 3-point play. Shot is up. Off the back of the backboard, no good. She'll get 2, but cannot complete the 3-point play. It remains 23-41. Neepkins with it here for the Hilltoppers. Looks like she's going to waste time to take the last shot of the half. 7 seconds as coach tells her to go, and she drives to the basket. Nice drive. 2 seconds, 1 second, and Lottie can't even get the shot off. So Neepkins will hit a basket there before we hit halftime. It's 43-23. Dragons trail here in this one. When we come back, I'll recap this first half for you. We'll get a look at some other scores going on WCMPradio.com. Again, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and you're listening to basketball here on WCMP.
It takes a team effort to ensure a successful future. That's why Town & Country Insurance in Hinckley, Finlayson, and Mora, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, and Grinnell Mutual are celebrating the accomplishments of our student athletes across every sport. We recognize the dedication it takes to work and play hard. Your display of teamwork makes it easy to trust in tomorrow. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Dang Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get Hormel all-natural pork butts for $1.59 per pound. Honey Crisp apples are just $1.79 per pound. Daggett's own fresh baked Italian bread is 2 for $3, and Best Choice mac and cheese is 3 for $1. Deals are good this week only while supplies last. So hurry into your local grocery store, Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
K&K Concrete is a proud supporter of Pine City Dragon Athletics. K&K Concrete specializes in foundations, driveways, decorative concrete, and more. Find them on Google for more information. K&K Concrete would like to say good luck and go Dragons.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Reliance Financial is a full-service accounting and tax firm. They offer a broad range of services for both business and personal finance. They take pride in helping their clients achieve their financial goals. Reliance Financial can help you with tax planning and preparation, wealth management, and day-to-day accounting needs for your business. Whatever your financial needs are, reach out to the knowledgeable staff at Reliance Financial today. Locally owned and operated. Find them at rfinancial.org or 307-462-6991.
It's time for a basketball broadcast here on WCMP. Let's head to the court.
Wellia Health offers sports medicine services at all our campuses in Mora, Pine City, and Hinckley. Dr. Mullen and his team treat a full range of sports injuries for all athletes at any level of competition. If you are injured, we want to help you return to the game as quickly and as safely as possible, providing the sports medicine care you need when you need it to help you live life well with Wellia Health. Call 320-679-1313 to schedule for any location.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
Back inside Pine City High School, where the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers lead the Pine City Dragons 43-23 in this game. For the Hilltoppers, leading the way for them is Gianna Neepkins, a senior. She has 18 in that first half alone. Then it's Layla Monroe, the junior, with 12. Ada Scafty with 6. And Ava Mariroto and Pearl Swanson with each. They both have 3 points. And on the Pine City side, for them, it was, Ellie Haas. She had 8 points in that first half. Then it was Carly Jusak with 5, Colleen with 4, Linda also with 4, and Lottie with 2. So the Dragons do trail there in that first half. I think one of the biggest things for them was the turnovers. The turnover bug hit them early and often in that first half, and the Hilltoppers were able to capitalize on those turnovers, and it didn't get any better there for the Dragons as the Hilltoppers, man, they kept the pressure on, and it was just tough going there for the Dragons in that first half. They kind of were struggling to get all the shots to fall, and it was tough as Gianna Neepkins goes over to the Pine City side to get a picture, her 3,000th career point, as we mentioned. Again, congrats to her. But again, the Dragons, they struggled with the turnovers there in the first half, and they tried to get that three-point shot to fall. I mean, they did 4 times, but in this game, I don't think 4 is going to be enough. You're going to have to get more to fall, as the Hilltoppers have been almost automatic from 3. But again, what the Hilltoppers are doing on offense is they're taking one, and it's usually Neepkins as she drives into the paint. She drives hard into the paint, and while she's deep in the paint, she gets about 3 players to her attention, and then when that happens, she just passes it out, and there is at least 1 or 2 of her teammates out there open on the 3-point line, and they take the shot, and they've gotten it to fall here in this first half. So I think that they're going to have to do something to switch things up there on defense. On offense, you just got to play a little bit more sound. Their turnovers have really hurt them. But other than that, they've played really good on offense. They've passed the ball smoothly. I think, some of these passes they have struggled to take in cleanly, but if they can do that, and they can get these shots to fall, this is going to be, they're going to be right back in this game. So it's no time to panic here for Pine City. Going to the other games going on around the WCMP.com listening area. In wrestling, our very first wrestling match on WCMP has happened this evening. It is over, but it was Rush City Bram Co-op hosting both Brooklyn Center and the Concordia Co-op, and also St. Agnes. Now in that one, it was in Rush City, and the Rush City Bram Co-op beat Brooklyn Center Concordia 60-6. And then in their second match against St. Agnes, Rush City also won that one. That one was a good one. I was watching some highlights from it, just kind of scrolling through the YouTube feed. And it was back and forth that entire match, and it looks like it came down to one of the last matches, and Rush City Bram Co-op did get the victory over St. Agnes 42-36. So they got 2 wins there tonight, so congratulations to them. Also going on tonight, some girls basketball action. Rush City They hosted Isle tonight, or they are hosting Isle. And right now, Rush City leads 14-0 over Isle. Cambridge Isani, they host Becker tonight. And Becker, one of the teams that I mentioned that is scoring over 90 points a game. I believe they're at about 94.5. They lead over the Blue Jackets 20-9 right now. Again, in our game, it is 43-23. The Hilltoppers lead over the Pine City Dragons in that first half. The senior Gianna Neepkins got her 11th point and her 3,000th career point in that first half. Again, congratulations there to Gianna Neepkins. But again, the Dragons do trail 23-43 in this first half. When we come back, we should be set for the second half to start here in this game. Let's hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Basketball on WCMP.
The new year is here. It's the perfect time to trade out the old and bring in the new. That's the new furnace to keep you cozy warm for the rest of winter and for years to come. Aquarius Home Services, your local heating expert, is here to help with a fantastic New Year special. How does a new furnace for as low as $45 per month sound? That's right, as little as $45 per month. To learn more and schedule your free estimate, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. Well, you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here inside Pine City High School, we're just about set for the start of the second half here, where the Hilltoppers lead the Dragons 43-23 on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview Clinic's North Branch, that for your convenience, have same-day and evening appointments. So I think for the Dragons, I think really all they need to do is just kind of, eliminate the turnovers. Of course, you're going to have some in a basketball game, but if you can cut down on them, and if you could go without a turnover here in the second half, that would be perfect. But it's not a perfect world, and you're going to have turnovers. Everyone does. So if they can just cut down on them, I think that's going to help them significantly in this second half. Of course, they got to get those threes to fall because, they shot so many, and so many looked like they were going in. Just the net or rim was just so unkind to them, in that first half. And man, if they got even half of their shots to fall in the first half, we'd probably be talking about a tie game here between these two teams. So if they can correct those two things, I think they'll be right back in it. Of course, on defense, I think they need to change it up. I think they just need to go to, I don't know the correct term, but more of a man-to-man type defense and make sure they're not getting all the players on Neepkins when she drives into the paint and make sure they're, falling traveled. So it'll be Hilltopper ball. But as I was saying, I think you need to have it to where you're not all going towards Neepkins as she drives in the paint, because she demands attention and she draws in about 3 players on her as she drives, but then she has about 2 or 3 of her teammates open on the 3-point line, and they connect from there. But Neepkins has it off to Merodo. Now Monroe has it. Monroe to Neepkins. And she's no good on her first 3, but the that's a close call. Berglund gets called for the foul. Ew, that was close. Mrazek was the one who got the rebound and fell before Berglund got the foul call on her. I don't know. That was a close one. And now Mrazek back with the ball to Neepkins for 3. Oh! Neepkins falls to the ground. Lind is going to get, that's Lottie who's going to get the foul call. Looks like the basket does count. So the possible 4-point play. Now, I would say rare, but I've seen it about 3 times this season. Can't be too rare if I've seen it that many times in one season already. And she will. She'll complete the 4-point play. Was there ever any question? 47-23. Just 45 seconds on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard off. M Health Fairview Clinics with convenient on-site pharmacy in North Branch. That includes drive-up service and mail order. Lottie with it for the Dragons. She'll get it off to Haas. Another things the Hilltoppers do well is they are playing kind of a half-court full press. Berglund with it to Lind, to Lottie, off the mark. And it's rebounded here by Monroe. To Neepkins. Neepkins quickly up the court. She has those long strides, and it takes her about 2 or 3 strides before she's all the way in the paint. Tie up. Possession arrow favors the Hilltoppers. They lead 47-23. Inbound pass to Mrazek. Mrazek, she was gun away for Neepkins, but she travels over here to Merodo. Merodo tried to get it to Neepkins. Then she'll just get it off here to Monroe. Monroe to Mrazek. Mrazek, no good on the 3. Nice rebound there by Lind. Pewing up and came down cleanly with it. She didn't struggle at all. She's guarded well. She was double teamed. She got it off to Calling. Calling way across court to Berglund for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Lottie, oh my goodness. Lottie was there, but Neepkins absolutely stole it. That was highway robbery. And she hits a 3. My goodness gracious. And Lind with a free open lane. She'll stop the bleeding and pick up 2. It's 25-50. Neepkins again. Oh, that time she misses. Rebound here by Calling. Calling to Lottie. Lottie up the court. Passes over here to Meredith Calling, and that one's nearly taken away by Neepkins. As I mentioned before, Neepkins is all over this court, and for a 3 is Berglund. There you go. Get your team working on those 3-pointers. Get them to fall, and they're going to be in business. Down 28-50. Neepkins, unselfish. Gets it off to Monroe. Monroe, no good on the 3. Lottie takes it away. Now again, they're kind of running a man, and Lottie trying to get her teammates to come closer so she can get a pass off. And what the Hilltoppers are doing, as the Dragons call timeout here, the Hilltoppers are doing is they're getting one person on the player who gets the inbound pass. And then what they do is have a defender sit at about half-court line, and they'll either drape off and go into the defensive zone, or they'll come in and double-team the player who got the inbound pass. And Pine City's really struggled with that tonight. The Hilltoppers have got a couple of turnovers off of it, as they've really done a good job of, swarming the player and making them pass the ball, and they usually get a hand on it, and that tips the ball up, and more times than not, the Hilltoppers have been there to take it away. 50 to 28 here in this one. The Hilltoppers with the lead over the Dragons. Neepkins now with 25 points. Layla Monroe, the other player with double digits. She has 12. No one has double digits yet for the Dragons, but I think we're about 1 or 2 more shots away from that not being the case anymore. Does it look like the Dragons are getting hot from 3. Looks like they might just start to heat up here, and that would be a huge help for the Dragons because they've struggled from 3 tonight. But if they can get that going, man, for all the fans who have watched the Dragons before, you know that if they heat up from that 3-point line, they are hard to stop if you can stop them. Haas not going to try the contested 3 dribbles inside the 3-point line. Gets off to Lottie. Lottie, she's going to drive into the paint. Off here to Berglund. Berglund, she's pretty good from 3 herself, and she nails it. Berglund from 3. It's her second. It's 31-50. There you go. Get that 3-point game rolling. And Neepkins to Scafty. Scafty trying to dribble away, and it's going to be on the ground. That's got to be a jump ball. It is. Possession arrow favoring the Dragons. Nice job there by the Dragon defenders to swat that ball from behind and then get on the ground quickly to pick it up. Berglund will get the inbound pass. Again, they're playing that kind of double coverage there. And she gets passed away to Lottie. Lottie now going to take double coverage. And nice pass into Berglund. Berglund to Calling. Calling. She drives, stops on her dribble, and it's knocked out of bounds by Neepkins. Neepkins, good player on both sides of the ball. Gets her hands up, swat the ball down, and oh, that ball, not a great pass there from Jusak. She tried to get it over to Haas, but just couldn't get the soft touch to lay it in. And Neepkins, what a move in the paint there to get past the defender. 52-31, my goodness. Neepkins on a tear, and that one's stolen away. That double coverage working so well here for, and who else but Neepkins, and she drills it. My word. Got to stop Neepkins, I think, if you're going to have a chance tonight. Neepkins is absolutely on a tear, and Lottie got triple teamed, but she's going to be fouled. So again, that one player is sticking with the inbound pass receiver, and then they've got 2 or 3 that sit kind of either by the half-court line or just in front of it, and they'll come and close in on the player who receives the inbound pass. Haas hits a pass. Oh, it's a beautiful feed! But she just misses on the layup, a little too soft there. As now Monroe with it. It's off to Merodo. Merodo, no good on the 3. That's Neepkins with the rebound. Oh, she's going to be fouled. Shoulder line and shoot 2. That foul is on Ellie Haas. That's her first. First one's up and good. 56-31. Neepkins has really just taken over this game. I mean, she's getting some help from her teammates, but she already has 31 points. 31 of her team's 56. She hits on both. Now with 32 points. Well, they suffered a tough loss on Monday night to Esco by 3 points, and this Hilltopper team looks to avenge that loss here tonight. Oh, and Haas double dribbled. She knew it as soon as she did it. She knew it. And she looks in disappointment to the head coach, Ted Haas. Haas giving her some instruction on what to kind of do in that situation. Inbound passes to Neepkins. Neepkins gets a screen. And she'll somehow, I don't know how she does it, but she gets through the block. Oh my goodness, and then a 3 from Scafty. I don't know how she does it, but she gets through the double team and still manages to keep the dribble going and not turn the ball over. And speaking of a turnover, Neepkins gets one for her team. It's off to Mayrodo. Mayrodo into Neepkins. Wow, beautiful feed. Beautiful feed. I'm running out of space to keep track of points for Neepkins on my sheet. It's 62-31. And a timeout taken here by Pine City. While they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Basketball on WCMP.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here inside Pine City High School, Dragons down 62-31. And the scoreboard is not going to tell the whole story for this game. It really isn't, because this Pine City team has played well. They have showed some times in this game where they have just gotten hot from three, and they look to be on a run to get themselves back in it. And then Duluth Marshall just goes on a tear of their own, gets a couple turnovers, and gets their shots fall. They haven't missed many tonight. They have not missed many. I mean, if you take every shot, divide it by 2 for 2 points, that's 31 shots tonight. So I'd inflate that maybe to about 45, 50, and I'd say they've hit about 31 of those, if not more. They're doing very well tonight, not missing a lot of their shots, and their defense is playing extremely well. Calling with a nice feed from Jusak, and she gets it to fall. 33-62. Hilltoppers still lead. Mayroto with it. Guarded well, off to Neepkins, off to the near side corner to Scafty, to Monroe. Monroe drives to Mayroto. Now to Monroe, to Neepkins. She takes the easy shot for 2. 64-33, Lottie with it. And again, that double team. Now Jusak for 3. They got the Hilltoppers to trail a little bit there. Couldn't capitalize with the 3. Neepkins takes it herself. Just no-look pass. She made it look a little too easy there. Yeah, as the Dragons steal it right back. Haas to Lottie. She gets going from 3. Believe it or not, that's only Lottie's second made shot on the night. It's 36-64. She has 5 points in the game, and I would think that the 2 key players you want to get going are Lottie and Haas, your kind of three-point shooters. Of course, it is a team game. Everyone is going to get their opportunities. Lottie and Coling will check out, and for them is LSL and Chloe Lind. Mayroto with it. Now off to Scafty. Scafty driving to her right. Passes it here to Monroe. Monroe now to her left. Takes it back a little bit. About 8 feet from that three-point line. Drifting to her left. Back to her right. Guarded by Jusak. Now off to Scafty. Scafty here to Pearl Swanson. She puts up a shot. No good off the front of the rim. Haas is double-teamed again in the pass to Nassine. Nassine in the paint. She's going to get her own rebound for a moment. And it's taken. Oh. So a whistle call there. Nassine was going for it. And then one of the Hilltoppers had, I think it was Pearl Swanson, was on the ground, but she's going to get called for a travel. So the ball will go back to the Dragons. Lind with it, excuse me. Pass inbound to Haas, off the mark. Haas going to get the rebounds. Jump ball, though. Jump ball, and it is going to be possession arrow favoring the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. Lottie checks in for Haas. Haas going to get a much-needed break. Neepkins with it. Going to walk it up the court. Get double-teamed, and now it's off to Mayroto, to Scafty, to Neepkins. Neepkins somehow splits the defenders, gets it to Swanson for 2. Oh, that one's tough shot there as it goes in and out. With it is Lind. Lind stops, gets it to Lottie. Lottie, she's going to drive all the way to the basket. That's going to be on the Hilltoppers. Lottie with a hard drive. And the defender got there just a tad late. That's Scafty going to be called for the foul. That's her 3rd. Lottie at the line for 2. Yeah, Scafty was just there. Probably a millisecond late, but either way, She was late. Scafty and Swanson check out. It's Kirk. And I cannot see the other number. 64-37. Second shot is up and good for Lottie. She hits both. It's 38-64. And the number that checked in was Mrazek. Neepkins has it and somehow keeps it. It's now to Mrazek in the paint, puts up the shot, and she's going to be fouled. Pretty clean half here for both teams. With that whistle, it's going to be Pine City's 4th team foul. Hilltoppers have 2. 64-38. And it is Mrazek at the line for 2. Again, Mrazek, the only other senior on this Hilltopper team. Her first one is up and good. 65-38. Mrazek's second is up and good. So she hits on both of her free throws. It's 66-38. With it is Nassine. She gets triple teamed, but she'll get the pass off cleanly to Lind. Now to Lottie. Lottie to Lind. Lind all the way across court to Sell. Sell. Oh, nearly has stolen away by Neepkins. Good awareness there to turn her body away. To Jusak. She has the open 3. Good. Jusak for 3. It's 41-66. It's Monroe now to Neepkins. Another 3. Another 3 for Neepkins. She's on a tear tonight. She's got 39 points. My goodness. Lottie gonna drive, put up a shot, no good. She split the defenders. She did a really good job there of splitting them, but just no good on the shot. Neepkins gonna drive yet again. Ooh, that was close to being a travel on Neepkins. Man, that was close. I'm surprised it wasn't. Haas will check in for Nassine. Looked like she may have taken an extra step. Either way, the Hilltoppers do keep the ball. Mrazek is the inbound pass from Neepkins. Neepkins thought about the long 3. Passed it to her teammate Merodo and for 3. Merodo up to that point had hit 1 3, but she hits that one. 72-41. Haas, she's going to be double teamed. She gets off to Lottie. Lottie going to be fouled. And that's going to be on Neepkins. That'll be her second. Linda inbound it here for the Dragons. They trail 72-41. Lottie with it. Trying to find someone to get it off to. She does to Ellis Sell. Sell drops it, but gains back possession. Jusak in the paint here to Lynn. Lynn, nice job. Nice job by Lynn. That pass was in a tight spot. And Lynn corralled it neatly and then was able to put up the shot. And the shot counts, and now she's got a chance at the 3-point play, 72-43. Lind at the line. The basket is good, so he completes the 3-point play. It's 44-72. Monroe to Neepkins. Neepkins will hold on to it before she dribbles to her right. All the way across court here to Mrazek. Back to Monroe. Back to Neepkins, now to Merodo. Merodo for 3, off the mark. A rebound here by Mrazek. Mrazek to Monroe, to Neepkins. Neepkins in the face of a defender hits the 3. 75-44. Ellie Haas double team. She gets it off to Lind. Lind about to be double teamed. That one's batted, and as I mentioned, that has been the problem here tonight, and they got a whistle. Yep, travel. I seen it. Whistle was just a bit late. 75-44. Under 8.5 left on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview Clinic Rush City with virtual clinic in the West Building. There to assist you on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Inbound to Ellie Haas. This time, not going to be double teamed. Probably one of the first times tonight that the Hilltoppers didn't get a double team off the inbound. Oh, LSL has that one blocked by Neepkins. Bit of a height difference there. Neepkins is about 5'11", and Sell is 5'2". Trying to inbound it here to Lottie. She gets it. Deep pass. Lottie will get it off here to Sell. Sell's going to take a shorter shot, and that one is no good. Neither team can rebound. It goes out of bounds off of Dragon. Sell will check out. Jusak checks out. Colling and Berglund check in. 75-44. Maroto to Monroe. Back to Maroto. Nearly stolen away by Haas. Back to Monroe. Monroe, she'll drive, stop, pass it off here. Ellie Haas in that zone coverage takes it, and she might take it the distance. Nice move there by Neepkins. Oh, my goodness. It is no good. Neepkins with the rebound. Pass here to Morozic. Nice block there by Calling, and Hilltoppers the last to touch it. Well, the Dragons will get it. Lottie. Looks like the Hilltoppers playing man defense here. Lind to Haas. Haas has no one on her. Passes to Berglund. Berglund to Haas. Haas to Lottie. Lottie in the paint. Has to pick up her dribble. She is off to Calling. Calling going to drive into the paint. Puts up a shot. No good. She gets her own rebound. Puts up the shot again and falls. It's 46-75. Neepkins off to Morozic for three. No good. Rebound taken in here by Maroto. Now it's Monroe. Monroe seems like she tried to pass it to her teammate, but Lottie was right there, and so it looks like it was right to Lottie. But Lottie going to take it all the way down the court herself and score. It's 48-75. That is Monroe to Neepkins. Neepkins, she'll pause, kind of wait for the offense to kind of set up, and then pass it off here now in the corner to Maroto on the far side. Back across now to Neepkins. She's going to drive in the paint. Pass it to Morozic on the three-point line from far near side. I apologize. Now it's Lottie. And she passed it off here to Lind to Haas. Haas makes Neepkins miss. Wow, a rare miss there from Neepkins, and Lottie will hit the short, or the long jumper, I should say, for two. 50-75. Man, you know, if Pine City can keep this up, they're going to get back into this sooner than later. Hilltoppers have kind of cooled off from three, well, till that point. Oh, and a rare miss from three from Neepkins. Gianna Neepkins. She usually hits from three, but on that extra long one, she misses. Not like it didn't look good. It looked certainly just fine as Calling puts it up and in for two. And now the Hilltoppers going to call timeout as the Dragons have kind of worked their way back into this one. 5.5 minutes left on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. 75-52. Still a lot of work to be done by the Dragons, but man, if they keep this up, they're gonna force the Hilltoppers into working something different, because right now Pine City kind of has the Hilltoppers on their heels. So we'll see what comes out of this timeout. Maybe the Dragons can continue to get back into it. But they take a timeout, as I mentioned, and we'll take a quick timeout as well. You're listening to Basketball on WCMP.
M Health Fairview Clinic in North Branch can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy, with early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone. To schedule an appointment, call 185-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available at North Branch Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 to 5 on the weekends.
Back here inside Pine City High School, 75-52, Hilltoppers lead, but Pine City might be on the trail to a comeback here. They have held the Hilltoppers scoreless the last minute and a half or so, and they have got some shots for themselves. They've kind of gone off of trying to force the three and just kind of taking what the defense have given them, that mid-range jumper, and it's worked. It's 52-75. Now, of course, there's still a lot of work to be done, but you keep going on this kind of a run, and the Hilltoppers, I mean, you're going to find yourself back in this game. Calling dribbles out of a double team, and she has an open lane. She stops on her dribble, gets back into the paint, nearly stolen away by Neepkins from behind. Calling in the paint to Lind. Lind going to put up a tough shot. It's no good. And I was going to mention that when you do get the ball and you make them miss like that, you're really going to have to not miss shots on the offensive side, as Scafty hits a long two. If you're the Dragons and you're getting these Hilltoppers and forcing them to not score on an offensive possession, you have to go down and you have to score points. You can't miss on those shots, and Lottie will not. On hers, it's 54-77. Pine City, I mean, 4.5 minutes left. It's not impossible to score 23 points in that amount of time, as Lottie, she's going to take charge herself, put up the shot. She makes it. She's going to have the chance at a three-point play. She gets up a little slow there, a little gingerly. Hopefully she's all right. 56-77. Here we go. Down to 21. If Lottie can make this three-point play, it'll be 20 points. And Pine City, this will be the biggest comeback that I have seen in basketball. Lottie hits it. That's a three-point play. It's 77-57. 20 points is the difference. It was over a 30-point lead for the Hilltoppers. At one point, the Dragons have worked their way back to 20 now. They've got plenty of time left in this game to get back within striking distance. With it is Monroe. That one passes off the mark. Oh, tipped in the air, though, and it's going to be out of bounds off of a Dragon. Monroe into Neepkins. Neepkins, she's going to drive. Probably look to take a shot, if not pass it off to her teammate Scafty. Now to Mayroto. Ooh, maybe got away with a little bit of travel, does Mayroto. And she's going for the rebound. Oh, somehow gets it into Neepkins. Neepkins misses. Maybe Neepkins getting a little cold on her shots here. And whistle here. Lottie got fouled by Neepkins. Neepkins, that's her third. And Lind will inbound it here for the Dragons. She gets it into Calling all the way across court to Lottie. Lottie for three, that's short. I could tell from the get-go. As a camera, one of the legs fell off the table, but Neepkins going to get herself back on the scoring train. Gets a two there. It's 79-57. Still plenty of time here for the Dragons. They're going to have to start hitting some shots a little bit quicker. Berglund trying to do so off the mark. Neepkins with the rebound. Quickly down the court are the Hilltoppers. Mayroto with the attempted layup, no good. Blocked out of bounds by the Dragons, and Hilltoppers will keep possession. 22-point lead here for the Hilltoppers. And Mayroto for three. It's off the mark. Rebound here by Pearl Swanson. Swanson gets it off to Neepkins. Neepkins is going to drive. Oh. Foul on Pine City. That's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to send Neepkins to the line. And Ellie Ha is going to get called for the foul, her second. Again, pretty clean half here for the Dragons. Mayroto for three. She got the wide open inbound pass, but it's no good. Calling with the rebound. Berglund, ooh, nearly stolen away. Nice pass there to Lottie. Lottie going to try and drive into the paint. It's off to Haas, now to Lind. Lind fakes the three. She's going to drive into the paint. It's off to Calling. Calling for three. Drills it. Here we go. 60-79. We're in for a good ending. And, ooh, Lottie nearly stole away, but she lifts her hands because she knew a foul was imminent. Ooh, will the shot count? Yes. So the shot does count, and Neepkins hits, well, you guessed it, another three. She's going towards a 50-point game right now. It's 82-60. She has 47 points. Ada Scafty, she has 11, and Layla Monroe has 15. Timeout on the court is called by the Hilltoppers. And while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to basketball on WCMP.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Out of the timeout, Dragons will get set for the inbound. Duluth Marshall leads the Dragons 82-60. But the Dragons found themselves on a bit of a comeback here, and they made it interesting. Haas will get it. All the way across court here to Berglund, now to Lynn. Lynn going to try and drive, gets it to Berglund again. Oh, stolen away by Neepkins. Easy. For 2. 49 points for her now, 84-60. And maybe with that steal, might put this game out of reach for the Dragons. Lottie for 3. She'll drill it. 84-63. Pearl Swanson with it. Swanson off to Mayroto. Mayroto's pass is knocked away and then eventually stolen away by Calling. Off to Lottie, 63-84. Into the paint to Lynn. That pass maybe was a bit of a dangerous one, but Lottie's going to get it back herself. Put it up and in for 2. Lottie is not going to let this one slip away so easy. 65-84. Neepkins can't let her have an open shot like that. She's going to drill it every time. And with that point, she is at 51 now on the game. On the three-point line is Calling. Minute left. Lottie trying to add a little bit to her stats, but unfortunately, the Dragons will not complete the comeback in this game. Neepkins off to Mayroto. Oh, that's a travel. .45 seconds left on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview Clinic. Rush City provides scheduled lab and diabetic education appointments on site. Haas will get the inbound from Lottie. 65-86. Dragons do trail, and they'll suffer their first loss on the season. Pass to Jusak. She loses possession of it for a moment. Lottie on Neepkins to Sell to Nassine. Oh, and Nassine falls. She's going to get fouled. She's going to go, I think she's going to go to the line and shoot a 1-1, as that is the Hilltoppers' 7th team foul here in the second half. Hilltoppers 86, Pine City 65. 4th foul there for Scafty. Nassine, 1-1 opportunity. That one's up no good. Rebound by Jusak. Jusak trying to add a little bit of points to their deficit as Lottie hits the 3, and it's 68-86. 7 seconds left. Neepkins trying to dribble this clock out. Mayroto, 2, 1, and that'll be it. Oh, yes, maybe. Yes, we got a whistle there at the very end, but I think they were just signaling the end of the game. So at the end of this one, the Dragons get their first loss on the season as they lose to the Hilltoppers 86-68. And it was a good ending there. It was close. We'll get into a little bit more of that as we come back from commercial and recap this game. Get you some updates from the other games going on around on WCMPradio.com. But again, the Dragons fall in this one 86-68. You're listening to basketball on WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
It takes a team effort to ensure a successful future. That's why Town & Country Insurance in Hinckley, Finlayson, and Mora, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, and Grinnell Mutual are celebrating the accomplishments of our student athletes across every sport. We recognize the dedication it takes to work and play hard. Your display of teamwork makes it easy to trust in tomorrow. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get Hormel all-natural pork butts for $1.59 per pound. Honey Crisp apples are just $1.79 per pound. Daggett's own fresh baked Italian bread is 2 for $3, and Best Choice mac and cheese is 3 for $1. Deals are good this week only while supplies last. So hurry into your local grocery store, Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
K&K Concrete is a proud supporter of Pine City Dragon Athletics. K&K Concrete specializes in foundations, driveways, decorative concrete, and more. Find them on Google for more information. K&K Concrete would like to say good luck and go Dragons.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with the mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Reliance Financial is a full-service accounting and tax firm. They offer a broad range of services for both business and personal finance. They take pride in helping their clients achieve their financial goals. Reliance Financial can help you with tax planning and preparation, wealth management, and day-to-day accounting needs for your business. Whatever your financial needs are, reach out to the knowledgeable staff at Reliance Financial today. Locally owned and operated. Find them at rfinancial.org or 307-462-6991.
Back here inside Pine City High School, the Dragons suffered their first loss of the season, and they go down to 5-1. The Hilltoppers improved to 5-1. Of course, the Hilltoppers beat the Dragons 86-68 here in this game. It was a good matchup, really it was, between these two teams. The Dragons, in the first half, they struggled a little bit to get things going. It didn't look, great, but they kept themselves in it, and they kept working hard at it and trying to strive to get back into it. And in that first half, of course, they were down at half, but in the second half, man, did they mount quite the comeback. And it looked like for a short time there, as Pine City was scoring and the Hilltoppers were stuck at 75, looked like Pine City, they got it back within 30 points, then back within 20, and it looked like we had about 4.5 minutes left, and it looked like, here we go. Pine City's about to mount the comeback. They did that so many times last year. They were, I think it was in 3 or 4 games that I broadcasted that they came from behind to get the victory, and they almost did it here tonight, but the Hilltoppers, Neepkins, man, was she tough here tonight. That was just almost too much for this Pine City defense. They tried to guard her, but you got to worry about everyone else around her, and they did that, and unfortunately, Neepkins just a terrific player, and she made her shots, and I think almost every one of her shots fell tonight. Is what it felt like. I think she missed about 4 or 5 maybe tonight, but man, oh man, was she on fire tonight. Of course, she had 51 here tonight for the Hilltoppers. But she was not the only one getting it done out there on the court. Her teammate Layla Monroe had 12, Ada Scafty had 11, and then Ava Mariotto with 6, and Pearl Swanson with 3. For the Dragons, leading the way was Sophie Lati with 24. Meredith Calling had 13. And then it was Chloe Lind with 9. 8 points for both Carly Jusak and Ellie Haas. 6 for Maddie Berglund. And that's how they have 68. So, as much as you want look at this game in the first half and say, man, Pine City was off. They were just off their mark. They struggled. They had much improved in the second half. It was a much better team, a much different team in the second half, really. They tried to take away Neepkins, but that's just not going to happen. Neepkins is a terrific player. You can't just worry about her either. You have to worry about everybody else on this team because, they showed they can really hit on those three-pointers. They made quite a few of them here tonight, and, Pine City, they were worried about Neepkins, but then they tried to make sure that they weren't leaving her other teammates alone for her to, get in the paint and pass it out to her teammate wide open on 3. That was something they did in the first half, and they corrected that in the second half. They really didn't allow anyone to hit an open 3 there. They were all contested, but just Neepkins. I mean, she really, really just took over this game. Of course, she scored, as I mentioned, over 50 points, 51 here tonight for the Hilltoppers. Now she sits at 3,040 points in her career. She only needs 260 more to reach the top 10 for all-time career points to get to 3,300. So maybe she'll get there. I mean, if she keeps this pace up, she'll get there in the next 4 games, and there's plenty of season left. Of course, right now we reach about the third way through the season. Most teams have about 18 games. Some have less. Some might have 1 game more, but it's about an 18-game season, so we're about the third of the way through after this game has finished for these two teams. Of course, Pine City falls to 5-1. The Hilltoppers of Duluth Marshall improved to 5-1 with a final score here of Hilltoppers 86, Pine City 68. Before we go, want to get you an update from the games going on WCMPradio.com. Rush City leads over Isle 56-9 at home. And the Cambridge Isani girls, they are hosting Becker tonight. The Blue Jackets trail in that game 66-29, both those games in the second half. So good news for Rush City as they're back in the lead over Isle. They look like to have a good basketball program for both the boys and girls. But again, in our game, the final score, Duluth Marshall over Pine City 86-68. The senior, Gianna Neepkins, scores her 3,000th career point in the first half. Congratulations again to Gianna Neepkins. Pine City falls to 5-1. Hilltoppers improved to 5-1. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We'll have more action going on for you. The Mora Wrestling Triangular, that will begin at about 10 a.m. tomorrow, so tune in for that one. And then we have a hockey game tomorrow night. Mora, the Mustangs, they will host Cambridge Isani for a boys hockey game. That one will start at 7. So for WCMP, I'm Ethan Gilman. Again, the final score here, Hilltoppers 86, Pine City 68. You've been listening to basketball here on WCMP